Hello and welcome back to the Worst Possible Commander Show. It's me, it's CGB, and I'm here with my friends. This is Ben.
Hello.
And this is Shea. And this is Blake.
Hey.
And we are sponsored by CoolStuffInc.com. Use the promo code WORST at checkout to show your support for the show and get yourself a 5% discount. We're here to play some new commanders from March of the Machine, and it's the Praetor Showdown number 2, the Praetor Throwdown Showdown. Last time won by Urabrask, so we're going to see if Urabrask or Ben, who played Urabrask, can defend the throne. I am going to be playing Elesh Norn today, and as our Rule 0 conversation, we like to talk about the worst possible thing that we can do to our opponents. My Elesh Norn deck is a token deck, similar to the Mondrak deck I played not very long ago. Elesh Norn has a cool static ability that says if a source an opponent controls deals damage to you or a permanent you control, that source's controller loses 2 life unless they pay 1. My thinking is if I have a whole bunch of tokens, then if you damage the tokens, or like in any way, like you block them, you attack into them, whatever, you have to pay 1 or you have to lose 2 life. So if I just have a whole bunch of different things to take damage that I can tax intensely and cause a lot of damage for all of you. Also, Elesh Norn has a sacrifice ability that says to sacrifice 3 other creatures, you transform Elesh Norn and turn her into a saga, which creates 5 2/2s, and then in the next turn gives all your creatures +1/+1 and double strike. So a wide board is good for transforming Elesh Norn and for hitting all of you. The best thing I can probably do with such a wide board is what I did last time, a Chroma's Will, and just send you all into oblivion. So that's me, tokens, a Chroma's Will. Ben, what is your commander? What's the worst possible thing you can do?
Yeah, so my commander is Vorinclex this time. No Urabrask for me, but it's fine. It's still a Praetor. It's a 6/6 trample reach, and when it enters the battlefield, I search my library for 2 forest cards, reveal them, and put them in my hand, then shuffle. And for if I pay 8 mana, 2 green and 6, I can exile Vorinclex and return it to the battlefield, transformed. And the first saga is mill 10, and I return 2 creatures milled this way to the battlefield.
You probably got some big creatures, knowing you.
Yeah, just a few. Saga 2 is distribute 7 1/1 counters among any number of target creatures I control. 3 is until end of turn, creatures I control have 1. This creature fights target creature you don't control. So that can be quite scary if I have big creatures. Just fight all your creatures and then I'll just attack.
Indeed. So what's the worst possible thing you can do with all that?
Well, hopefully I play Stuffy Doll and name someone and just totally obliterate that person. And then just swing out with my other creatures at the other 2.
Have you been targeted by a stuffy doll on the show?
Maybe?
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
Okay, so your worst possible with all those triggers is Stuffy Doll. All right.
I respect that.
Yeah, respect. All right, Shea, who is your commander and what's the worst possible thing you are going to do?
Oh boy, yeah. Today I'm playing Sheoldred. Just Sheoldred. She's a 4/5 with Menace. When Sheoldred enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature or planeswalker. Then she also has another ability, pay 4 and 1 black, exile Sheoldred, then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery and only if an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. So the saga on the back, I'm not going to read through the whole thing. The one that we really need to know about is the third part of it, which says put all creature cards from all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. Exile the true scriptures, then return it to the battlefield.
Rise of the Dark Realms.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm guessing you want to fill our graveyards.
Exactly. And the worst possible way for me to do that is with Grave Pact. Very evil, very evil. And then also Mindcrank. Another very, very evil card.
So a little bit of mill and a whole lot of kill.
Yes, exactly. You get it.
I get it because I love mono black decks, and I wish I didn't get it right now because I need a board state to win. Yes. So Blake, do you need a board state to win?
Not like a huge one. So I'm playing Urabrask. So that's red, and 2 for a 4/4 first strike. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Urabrask deals 1 damage to target opponent, and I add a red mana. So I also have the ability to spend red, exile Urabrask, then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control, activate only as a sorcery, and only if you've cast 3 or more instant or sorcery spells this turn. So lots of cool abilities. The one that really matters is the third one here, which I can actually get to the turn I flip it with a cool combination of some stuff. But it lets me basically play cards from everyone's graveyards, but I actually can only play red cards because it doesn't let me pay mana of any cost. So I can cast spells from my graveyard. So I'm going to try to kill you guys very Burgy-esque way. So I'm going to use the cards like Runaway Steamkin to generate lots of mana, use Crash Through to filter my mana, draw more cards, deal 1 damage with Urabrask. I have Underworld Breach, which lets me get all the cards from my graveyard back. Bonus round to get an extra turn if I need to. And then I can use Mechanized Warfare and Sentinel's Tower, which are 2 ways to murder you guys if I can play a lot of spells in 1 turn.
You're going to take one of those turns where it's going to be like, wake me when I'm dead.
Yeah, wake me up before I combo, yep.
Yeah, okay. I'll look forward to that. That is probably the worst possible thing I've heard, but you are defending the power of Urabrask, who won the last event, even though everybody said Urabrask was bad. This time people think Urabrask is good.
So I'm going to lose, okay.
Yeah, we will see. All right, I'm going to try a little bit of group participation here, guys, because I'm going to look at the camera and I'm going to say, let's dive in, and you guys are going to say,
Let the nonsense begin.
all right, I am going first. I won the die roll, and I will draw. And planes. Tap. Go first, land tax. Let's go.
Whoa.
Your turn, Ben.
Okay. Draw for
It's a much better card when someone else goes first.
Yeah.
Forest, pass.
Ben might help you out, though.
Swamp. It begins. Altar of the Brood.
Oh, man.
No.
Turn 1.
So every time a permanent enters the battlefield under your control, Shea.
Yes. Each opponent puts the top card of his or her library into his or her graveyard.
Wow. Okay.
Then I pass.
We got trouble.
Oh, not yet. Mountain Ragavan.
Oh. Wow.
Pass.
All right. Untap. Land tax sees nothing. Draw. I can't believe this is what's happening. I kept a 1-lander with a land tax going first. But I do have a lay down arms to exile Ragavan. Exile target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of planes you control.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
And you do gain 3 life.
Thanks.
Your turn, Ben.
Draw for turn. Play a forest. I'm going to play an explorer.
If I had played a land,
Yeah.
I still would have been able to land tax.
I'll play this forest off the explorer. And your turn, Shea.
Okay.
Everybody get ready to mill.
Play a land.
Mill.
Tap 2 for an Arcane Signet.
Mill.
And then I'll pass the turn.
All right. Mountain. Electrostatic Field.
That is a good one.
Go ahead.
Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, 1 damage to each opponent?
Each opponent, yep.
Okay. Untap, land tax. I think we're all going to have very full graveyards anyway, so I'm just going to full send for 3 planes with land tax. All right, those go to hand. I draw for turn. We'll play one of those beautiful planes. Then I've got just the thing for a land tax, a Thought Vessel, and I'm done.
Okay.
No max hand size, baby.
Wow.
Untap, draw. Play another forest. Play a Topiary Stomper. Villains 4/4, search my library for a basic land card. Here's my land that'll enter tap from the Topiary Stomper. And it is your turn, Shea.
The Stomper can't attack or block until he has 7 lands, so if
Correct.
anybody's thinking about that during the next turn.
Okay. Untap, draw. I'll play a land.
Mill.
Oh, Vorinclex.
Other Vorinclex.
Other Vorinclex.
I'm going to pay 3 for an Ophiomancer.
Mill.
And as a reminder, it says at the beginning of each upkeep, if you control no snakes, create a 1/1 black snake creature token with Death Touch. Then I'll pass.
All right.
Upkeep.
I'm going to make a snake.
And we mill.
We mill.
Oh.
I'm going to go land And I'm going to play an Imperial Recruiter.
Ooh, okay.
All right, I got, in the most casual way possible, a Runaway Steamkin.
Yeah, very casual.
Super cash. And it'll be your turn, CGB.
Untap, go to land tax. I have found 3 planes. Those will go into my hand, and I will draw for turn. Would you believe it's a plains?
Wow. Flooded.
Classic. All right, I will tap these 2, and I will cast Loyal Warhound, a Vigilance 3/1. When it enters the battlefield, if an opponent controls more lands than me, I search for a plains.
Oh my gosh.
Put on the battlefield, tapped, and shuffle.
CGB wants to never draw land for the rest of the game.
And now I will play this plains from my hand, and I'm done.
Cultivate.
Lands, baby.
Got my 2 forests. One will go to hand, and one will go on the battlefield. Tapped. Then I'll also play that other land for turn.
That means the Stomper can stomp.
Stomper can stomp. I think he's gonna hold back, and you may go, Shea.
Wow.
The
new
restraint.
Ben.
Untap, draw. It's a swamp.
Mill. It's another plane.
Another
Oh my
forest.
gosh.
Oh my gosh. Then I shall tap 5 for Sheoldred.
Nasty. So when Sheoldred enters the battlefield, what happens?
Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature or planeswalker.
No.
And we mill.
And you mill.
And we
Okay. Clever concealment. Titan of Industry. Oh no.
and
There goes Loyal Warhound.
sacrifice my topiary stomper.
And Imperial Recruiter.
Oofda. All right, I've got a 2/2. Blake's got an 0/4 over there. Ben, I think you're cooking something. I'm gonna swing at you for 2.
Let him cook.
Fair enough.
Let Ben cook.
Then I'll pass the turn.
All right. And on tap. Draw for turn.
If we can't do something about Sheoldred, guys, this could be our last turn before Rise of the Dark Realm Saga
Jesus,
starts
That
cooking.
is true.
Because she can transform.
All right. I'm going to cast a Cathartic Reunion. I will discard Final Fortune and Chaos Warp with it.
You're not ready for that extra turn that loses the game just yet?
Not quite.
Okay.
Everyone's going to take 1 damage because of Electrostatic Field, and I will draw 3 cards.
And I'll go to 39.
Thank goodness. I will play my land for turn. And if this doesn't tell you that I needed that land, nothing will. I'm going to now cast my Runaway Steamkin.
Excellent.
And it'll be your turn, CGB.
Let's. All right. I will untap and land tax. All these lands have to get out of this deck
You're
somehow.
welcome.
I don't think I've land taxed this hard since the Ice Age.
The Ice Age.
That's good.
Also known as 1996. All right, I've found 3 planes. Those go to hand. I will draw for turn. All right, I have 14 cards in my hand. I would love to hear guesses in the comments of how many are basic planes.
9.
It's a number. It's definitely a number. All right, basic planes. I will tap 6, and I'm going to cast Coveted Jewel. When it enters the battlefield, I draw 3 cards. Anybody who attacks someone and their creature is unblocked can gain control of Coveted Jewel and untap it and also draw 3 cards. All right, I will tap my Coveted Jewel. I'll play Tokasia's Welcome. Whenever 1 or more creatures with mana value 3 or less enter the battlefield under my control, I draw a card. Only triggers once a turn. Your turn, Ben.
Vorinclex coming out, and there's a battlefield. I search for 2 forest cards. Put them in my hand. Okay, I got Dryad Arbor and Gingerbread Cabin, because those are forests.
Smooth.
I'll play the Gingerbread Cabin, and I will get a food token.
I love the way he says, a food token.
He's so stoked about
I'm
it.
excited. Yeah.
Guys, did you ever think you'd see the day where I had a food token?
Of all the tokens
Usually
you could
I
have,
eat all the food in front of me.
well, you still can. You got
Probably.
the mana.
I know.
Probably
That's why I did
will.
that.
On your end step.
Shea, it is your turn.
Cool beans. I'll play Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx.
I am afraid to help Shea because I think Shea's very ahead. I do
Yes.
think if you don't kill the Steamkin, there's a chance we all lose next turn, but I'm not positive. It really depends on his hand.
CGB is not incorrect. But he's also, I mean, I'm not saying I can, but it is a
Right.
dangerous enough card that
Right.
Yeah.
could do with a quick murder.
I'm pointing out what scares me the most if such things were going through your head. But before we forget, how about that Nykthos in the mill trigger?
Yes, thank you, thank you.
No!
Fairy's protection.
Ooh.
Talking about things that scare us. Ooh, the dark.
I'm gonna pay 5 to activate Sheoldred's ability.
Oh my, okay.
So I'm gonna exile Sheoldred, then return it to the battlefield, transformed
You did?
to the true scriptures. So it starts on Saga 1.
Yep, it starts on chapter 1.
Perfect. And so chapter 1
Your
says...
counter.
Thank you. Chapter 1 says, for each opponent, destroy up to 1 target creature or planeswalker that player controls.
Nasty.
Jeez.
So this did actually exit the battlefield and return. So that's an Altar of the Brood trigger.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so chapter 1.
Blank. Nothing.
Yeah.
Played around it.
Yes. Blake, I'm going to target your runaway Steamkin.
Sure.
Unfortunately, Ben, it's got to be Vorinclex.
Okay. Back to the command zone with the...
All right, then I'm going to move to combat, and I'm going to send my Ophiomancer to CGB.
And I have no blockers, so you gain control of Coveted Jewel. It untaps and you draw 3 cards, Shea.
Yeet.
I'll take 2 damage from the Ophiomancer.
Okay. Then I'll pass to you, Blake.
The clock's ticking, guys.
Yeah, gee.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to see what we can do. How many tap lands does everybody have?
Do you mean lands that are currently tapped?
How many tapped lands currently?
5 for me.
10, 15.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast a Mana Geyser to add 15 red mana to my mana pool.
Dear Lord.
Everyone's going to take 1 damage.
Okay.
All right, this is going to be a fun one. So this is going to be my red mana. I'm going to grab a mountain just so people know what it is. 15 red mana. I'm going to spend 4 of it, going to 11. Very different. And I'm going to cast Urabrask.
It's here.
I'm then going to spend 8 to overload a Mizzix Mastery.
Good Lord.
That will
What
deal,
the hell?
that will deal 1 damage to everybody.
Okay, let's start there.
Start there.
So from the Electrostatic Field or the Urabrask.
Oh, and then 1 additional damage, you're correct. I'm going to send that to Shea, and I will gain a red mana.
And now Mizzix Mastery will cast all these from the graveyard. You have to choose targets because you're putting them like on the stack, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So Mizzix Mastery is going to cast the following cards in this order. Warlord's Fury, Overmaster, Mana Geyser, Final Fortune, Reverberate, Cathartic Reunion, Desperate Ritual, Last Chance, and Chaos Warp.
Chaos. Right?
Yep.
Yep.
So we're going to start. So I'm going to start by casting Warlord's Fury. Creatures I control gain first strike until end of turn.
I'm sure that's important.
And I will draw a card. Now, I'm going to track, because all the triggers happen after all the spells resolve, so I'm going to just track all of this up here. So I will then draw a card.
Yep.
Overmaster now resolves. The next instant or sorcery spell I cast this turn can't be countered, and I'll draw a card. These will both go up.
Yep.
All right, Mana Geyser will resolve. I will gain 15 mana, going to 19.
No!
And that will be done resolving. Now I'll cast a Final Fortune, so I get to take an extra turn after this turn,
Congratulations.
and I will lose the game when I do.
I can't wait for that to happen.
It's going to be great. I'm going to Reverberate, targeting the Cathartic Reunion. I believe that is how that works.
Yeah, it's currently on the stack, so... Yep.
So I'm going to get 2 Cathartic Reunions. This one I don't actually have to discard 2, but this one I will.
Yeah. Yep,
So
yep.
I will draw 3 cards from the Reverberate. And then I will discard 2 cards and cast a Cathartic Reunion.
Okay. We're up to 6 on your triggers here.
And then I will cast a Desperate Ritual.
Up to 7.
And I will go to 22 red mana. I will then cast a Last Chance.
Yep, you have 2 turns after this one, but you lose the
Game
game
after
at
the
the end
first
of either
one.
one.
Yep. And then I will Chaos Warp. I'm going to Chaos Warp my own land.
Your own land?
I'm going for something cool.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I would rather do that.
All right, let's resolve the Chaos Warp.
Interesting.
Shea cut his deck.
Shea cut it.
At this point, this could matter so much.
Yep.
Yep.
This is life or death, Shea.
Life or death. Make or break the whole game.
The Chaos Warp Bug! I got a mountain again!
You did it.
I only have one of those in the deck.
All right.
And then did that count for these?
Already got them.
Okay.
So Mizzix Mastery resolves. That
He
is
goes
exiled. There are 9 triggers from Electrostatic Field and Urabrask to resolve.
Yep, so you will each take 9 to start, and I will gain 9 mana while you take that damage.
Yep.
I will deal 3 to each of you with Urabrask.
How evenly split of you.
Yeah.
You will also make 9 Urabrask mana. Or did you already?
I already did that, yep. Okay. And then I'm going to spend 3 of it, going to 8 to cast a Staff of Completion.
Okay.
I will spend 1 of it, because I'm pretty sure I've cast 3 or more instants of sorceries.
I think so.
So I will flip the Great Work to the Great Work. So it deals 3 damage to target opponent and each creature they control. Shea, because you're at a higher life total. And then...
Also 3 damage to each creature, so the snaky snakes die.
Yes.
And then I will spend 3 life to proliferate.
Okay.
We're going to proliferate this and create 3 more treasure tokens, which I'm just going to directly turn into red mana. All right, I'm going to spend 1 mana to cast Spark of Creativity. I'm going to target my own electric static field. This is going to do 1 damage to everybody and an additional damage to CGB.
Okay.
I will get my mana. I won't get my mana back. And this will let me flip the top card, and I won't have it deal the damage. I'll just make it so that I can play this until end of turn. It is a Fury Storm.
So we're going to retroactively rebuild Storm count. We're at 13, I believe.
Yep, okay. And then I'm going to spend 2 of it, going to 7, and I'm going to cast a Grape Shot.
Okay.
So this goes to Storm count 14.
It sure does.
And I will do it 14 times, I believe.
So first of all, you have an Electro trigger
Yep.
for 1 cast.
Yep,
So we
so
all
everyone
take 1.
takes 1.
Okay, 14 instances of Grape Shot.
Yes. So I'm going to do 5, 5, 4. So 5 to Ben and CGB, 4 to Shea.
Okay.
So Grape Shot goes here now.
Okay.
All right, so then I'm going to spend 12 mana, and I'm going to cast a Finale of Promise for X equals 10.
Okay.
And now I believe we did talk about this and take a little think skis. This will copy Grape Shot twice, and I'll get the Storm count for both. But before I do that, I'm actually going to cast Spark of Creativity twice.
Okay, so 15 is on Finale for Storm count, and it's an Electrostatic Field trigger, so we all take 1.
Yep, you all take 1. So just the first one. So I will Spark of Creativity now, the first one, which will count as a cast.
Okay, so Storm count 16, we all take 1.
I'm just going to target my Electrostatic Field. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to flip, and I can cast this spell until end of turn.
Oh, good, Clark.
And now I get another Spark that does not up the Storm count because it's just a copy, and you do not take the damage. Mountain.
I assume this also hit the field, but I think you've hit it like 3 times.
What's that?
I think you've hit Electrostatic Field with the Spark 3
Yeah, but it doesn't do damage.
Okay.
So, yep. And then, do you guys like hanging out with me for this long? You guys having fun?
Kill me.
Some people are not having fun.
Just kill me.
And I'm sure the comment section will let me know.
I wish death upon the designer of Mizzix Mastery in Minecraft.
In Minecraft. Meet me on the battlefield. All right, and then I will cast Grape Shot, which will get the Storm count for the first one because it's a cast.
Okay, 17 and trigger field, and we all
Trigger
take
field,
1.
and you take 1, and then I distribute 17 damage.
Yes.
So, 6, 5.
Okay. I'm down to 6.
Okay, we're not done yet.
No, we're not. But we have another Grape Shot, right?
Yep. Now, I believe this is how this works. Because it is a copy that I don't cast or even play, it just enters the stack through a copy, I actually don't get the Storm from it or the Storm count. So I'm just going to do 1 damage to Shea.
Do you feel targeted?
Grape
Yes.
shotted, dude. All right. Then I will cast, using 1 red mana, I'm going to cast a Burning Inquiry. So everybody's going to draw 3 cards and then discard 3 cards at random.
Wait, we have to do something?
Yep. Enjoy. You guys get to play.
Oh,
Great.
gosh.
Fun.
Electrostatic field trigger,
Yep.
everybody.
You guys take 1 damage apiece.
All right, I've discarded, what do you know, 2 planes and a Windbreast Kites.
Deflecting Swat and Pyretic Ritual and a Karn's Bastion.
I discarded Tamiyo's Safekeeping, Vigor, and Return of the Wild Speaker.
I have discarded a Grave Pact, a Bolus's Citadel, and a Crypt Ghast.
Good lord.
Jeez. Okay. Now I'm going to spend 5 mana, going to 9, floating. I'm going to untap Staff of Completion. So I paid 5 to untap Staff of Completion. I'm going to pay 3 life to proliferate the Great Work to its final form. So until end of turn, I may cast instant or sorcery spells basically just from my graveyard.
Yep.
And they don't have to be in there right now,
Yep.
even future ones.
And you exile the Great Work and return
it to Urabrask.
Yeah.
Welcome Ura back. All right. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and spend 3 mana. I'm going to cast a Seething Song.
Oh my god, kill us.
I'm going to. Yeah, it's just 2 seconds. Yeah, you guys each take 1. Ben will take 2. 1 additional from Urabrask.
4 to 4 to
Yep.
34.
And I will gain 6 mana. Some people are so sad right now. And then I will go ahead and cast some spells from my graveyard because of Urabrask. All right, I'm going to spend 3 mana. I'm going to go to 9. This is going to deal 1 damage to everybody and an additional damage to Shea this time.
All right, 3 and 3 to 2.
Then I will gain 6 mana to 15. I will then spend 2 mana going to 13 to recast Pyretic Ritual. This is going to do 1 damage to everybody, an additional damage to CGB.
Yep, down to 1.
Cast a Burning Inquiry, dealing 1 damage to everybody and 1 damage to Ben in addition.
In response, I'll tap 2 and sack my food and gain 3 life.
Ben.
Come on. Okay. So you take 2, you go to 3. I like that. You and I will draw 3 and discard 3 at random.
Heck yeah.
Dead. That food, will it be the difference?
Choose.
Ben discards Ram Through, Beast Whisperer, and Forest.
All right. And I'm going to win this with pure power. So I'm going to spend 1. I'm going to cast Crimson Wisps. This is going to do 2 damage to you, 1 from Electrostatic Field, 1 from Urabrask. I'm going to give Urabrask haste until end of turn.
Smooth.
And I will attack you for 4, Ben.
Oh my gosh. Nice. How did... What just happened?
What?
I don't...
That
No!
I feel evil. I feel no, I don't
You
feel that bad.
should.
I feel evil though, yeah.
Would you like to respond by paying enough life to die?
Too late. It says congrats.
To Blake. And give it up for Urabrask, the 2-time, back-to-back Praetor Throwdown Showdown champion. Dude,
Thank
masterful.
you. Thank you.
Holy
Appreciate
crap.
it.
Let's find our CoolStuffInc.com card of the game. And we are back to do the post-game wrap and determine the CoolStuffInc.com card of the game in what was a very brisk 5-turn game. I'm going to give my card of the game to one of my favorite cards in Magic the Gathering. It's Coveted Jewel, because draw 3, Black Lotus, and Ancestral Recall tied together, even if you have to share it, I think is very cool. And I think that more people should play this card. I play it almost everywhere. Elesh Norn, Mommy, didn't come out to make one more stand in what might be the final Praetor Throwdown Showdown based on the lore. Spoilers. Sorry, not sorry. But I still think that she's a pretty cool commander, and I'll have a chance to play her this weekend at Command Fest Orlando, which will have happened a few weekends ago by the time you see this. But yeah, I'll be slinging her down there, and we'll see if Elesh Norn can have some fun in the sunny Central Florida.
There's one for the end of the video.
All right. So yeah, Coveted Jewel, Elesh Norn. You'll get him next time. Ben, CoolStuffInc.com card of the game. What is it?
The gingerbread cabin.
And accompanying food token.
Yes.
Nice.
Every single Vorinclex deck should have this, because it's a forest. And you like food, right? Come on.
I like food.
Most Magic players are known for having affinity for food. Yes. It's quite true. But yeah, why search only basics when you can search up Dryad Arbors and Gingerbread Cabins with your Vorinclex? Just good value.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see what Vorinclex would have done had it transformed the next turn, but never really survived.
No, it did not.
Kind of a problem. Because I thought someone was going to run away with this game. She looked like she was going to run away with this game. We were all, I mean, maybe you didn't. Over here, we're like, she's going to run away with that game.
Yeah.
Shea. Why? You almost ran away with the game. Why? What's your CoolStuffInc.com card of the game?
Yeah, my card of the game is Altar of the Brood. I think it's like a perfect turn 1 card for this deck, and it really put in the work so I could transform Sheoldred as soon as possible.
You know what it did more importantly? It made my Mizzix Mastery so good.
Yeah.
That's also true.
Can we gift that eye roll? That was like a full Shea eye roll. that was a strong one. Yeah. Who could have known that Altar the Brood, we thought it was feeding Chapter 3 of Sheoldred. The whole time, it was feeding this guy over here. Mr. CEDH, Urabrask himself.
Bro, there's no fast mana.
Mr. End the Game, turn 5. Leave your comments if it was over too soon for your taste. Go ahead. Mr. Blake, our friend. What is your CoolStuffInc.com card of the game?
It's gotta be Mana Geyser. It gave me so much mana. It let me cast Urabrask in the same turn that I killed everyone with, and provided me more than enough mana to really get there. It was super cool. CGB's a little jelly that he didn't get to take a long, super sick turn, which is funny because I normally don't play this type of deck. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, totally. So Mana Geyser for 15.
Yeah, Mana Geyser for 15 is the card you should buy from Cool Stuff Inc.
Into Urabrask, into Mizzix Mastery.
Yeah, you don't want a Mana Geyser for 5. 15 is the right number.
Okay, just draw like that, and you'll be cool.
Yeah.
You know who else is cool? The people who stayed till the end. Thank you for watching this video. You stayed till the end. That is the best thing you can do for this video. Remember to use the promo code WORST at CoolStuffInc.com to get a discount and support the show. And top it all off, hit like, hit subscribe, and thank you for watching this video. You're cool.